Hi everybody, it's me, Diane. I am still making vintage ephemera for these journals that are almost done. I've been working on these so long. Well, I've had other things interrupting me, but so anyway, I have three copies here of my relatives. I'm using my own relatives for once. So I'm just making little journal type cards to go into these journals. This one, I pulled this paper because the journal has a slight postal theme. I've got new washi tape someone bought me for a present. I haven't even used it yet. Wow, look at this. Wow. Is this one roll? Yeah, it's one. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Okay, Diane, you're starting the video off real well. This is kind of neat too. I thought this may be under this one. This journal that this gent is going to be in is kind of, I guess you could call it masculine, sort of non-foofy. So take that as you will. You probably know what I mean, right? It's dark here, even though it's 2:50 in the afternoon. There's rain around. Well, I guess I have to ink edges. Oh, I did. Oh, I did, but I cut this one down. That's right, I forgot. But yeah, we've had just hot and storms and storms and hot and hot and storms. Today is supposed to be the last day of it. Yeah, to be honest, as you can tell by the tone of my voice, the glue is wet. I'm just very tired of it. Yeah, weather can wear out its welcome too, right? Well, what about a little stamping in the plain area there? And I got very little out. Well, as you can see, I got a bunch of junk over here, but I'm not real prepared for this. And I've got a pie in the oven that hopefully the timer won't go off before I'm done with this. Oh, is that too faint? That's okay. Okay. So what's my next project going to be when I'm done with these journals? I don't know. It's always kind of fun to come up with something new and different. Well, I'll probably do some glue booking just because I want to get back into that new book again. And you're all going, oh goody, Diane, let's do more glue book analysis. You know, if you don't watch all my videos, you don't know what I'm talking about, but I did a glue book video that there was a probably human error, but something happened and it didn't record. And it's probably a good thing it didn't, because the way I was just, kind of going on and on about all this stuff, it's like, Diane, you're putting way too much thought into glue books. Okay, so like maybe postage stamps around him, maybe a flower or something like that. I've got this Tim Holtz ephemera still here. I just left it out because I thought maybe I would use it in this stuff. What is this? I don't even know what this is. I don't know. Okay, I still don't know what it is. I think it's foreign. Okay, well. Maybe. getting the stamps here. Nope, this way. You were right the first time. It's not a bad color. And I was thinking, I never do this, but a lot of journal makers, they give their journals a name. I mean, literally a name, you know, like Diane. But I thought maybe I would name these Fred, and because you have to give them a title anyway for Etsy, which I could say Vintage Man or something like that, but I don't know. I just thought, well, I know what their names are, so maybe that would be kind of, I don't like this one with this border. Maybe that would be kind of fun. So if you buy one of my ancestor named journals, be kind to them, okay? I don't know. I've never seen anyone else make a journal that, you know, they said this was my great grandmother or something. It does make you feel, oops, or at least me, a little funny. You know, when it's somebody you don't know, you've never heard of, you don't mind using them. But your own relatives, it's a little weird. But I thought I'd try it once and see what we thought. Yeah, are we filming? I hope. I don't know what I did last time. And what's even stupider, I shouldn't probably point this out, but you know, I paused and then came back and did another segment that also didn't film. Like in between those, there was a photo. Like I shot a photo of this. It's like I have no idea. I don't get it. I don't know. And I've never done that before. Well, actually, as quick as this one was, I think that's pretty darn cool, and that's fine. We'll see if I want to add stitching or anything. Alright, this is Eva. What does she want? What about this other wide tape? And if you want to know years on this stuff, I really don't know. This is probably late 1800s. This could be... I don't know. That could be very old. But, you know, photography wasn't around forever. That could be 1880. I don't know. This other one is a little newer. That's a little more like, oh, I don't know. Right about 1900 maybe? Yeah, it's newer. It's 1900. At any rate, they're very old. Now granted, like this one, well these two are, well they all three are formal portraits. This one, it was cut down. So I guess that's different than snapping pictures, you know, yourself. But you think pictures people take today, you know, in 100 years are going to look like, oh, that's so cool? I don't think so. Let's see, I got the scrap box here. Put something on the side. It's okay. Okay, that's all right. So is anybody out there working on vintage style stuff? Just me today? I bet somebody is, right? Oh, do I have a lot of background noise here? Just a second. Is that better? Can you hear me now? I totally forgot. I had a fan behind me running. I was going to turn it off, and I'm just so used to it, I forgot about it. So I hope it didn't sound like I was, talking out of a cracker box on the other side of the room. You think I've been doing these videos for about a year. You think I'd be getting a little more proficient or professional or something at them, wouldn't you? Yeah, you would. I'm going to let that dry so I can trim it, and we'll move on to Bernice. Well, is there a washi for her? This is Map, if you can't tell that. No, I don't think that goes with such a elegant looking chick, do you? And I don't think we want white. No. No. Alright, what about this stuff? Oh, here's music. That might be kind of nice. I don't know if she was musical. Okay. And yes, as you can tell, this box is starting to get a little explosive yet again. I don't know, every time I think I got it down, it explodes again. Well, it's kind of pretty, but you cut off a lot of the... Yeah, cutting off too much. Well, it kind of brightens it up, doesn't it? Okay, you know what? I'll go ahead and take a break, and I'll glue this down, and then pause. I'll take a break and pause. Oh, Diane. I'm going to put these together and trim them, and I will come back. Okay, I added a little extra piece of pattern paper there that is not trimmed yet because it's gluey. We want a little ephemera thing on these, and then maybe flowers. What does this say? Enclosure. That one I could read. Oh, and just for the record, I have a feeling, yeah, I was wrong. I think this is more like 1915. Maybe a tad older. Or newer. Between 1915 and 1920, probably. Oh, a little itty bitty envelope. Yeah, it doesn't really stand out. Parcel post 5/4. Sale price. Yeah, I don't know what I'm ever going to do with this. I don't know, something like that, I guess. Well, I don't know if this stuff is helping us much. Traveler. Something else I can't read. No, actually, that's kind of cool. how that's cut. I'm sorry. I know I'm nutsy about straight edge, but this is how it came out of the package. Not impressed. They need Diane in their quality control department, I think. They'd fire me. All right. Some kind of flower or butterfly or bird, and it's right here behind me. I'm right here. See, I'm right here. I don't know if I can drag it over. There, I see a corner of it. Okay. And I have got to clean this out too. It's got so much paper in it. It's hard to go through it. Well, maybe a flower for that one because we already have butterflies over there. I don't want to go too whimsical because they look, you know, they look real. You know what I mean? Well, we're out of the birds. All right, where's flowers? Here we are. I don't know about those colors. Oh, what about this one for Bernice? And I have no idea if anyone ever called her Bernie. Maybe back in that day they didn't, huh? Oh, well, these are nice. Okay, I can get it out, but you know, this is why these journals are taking so long. It's like I've got no room. I gotta move stuff around. It's hard to get stuff in and out. Yeah, these are good colors. And I'm not bulking these up with a bunch of lace and stuff because they have to go in pockets. Actually, the brown ones would look pretty good on this one too. Maybe we don't need that other stuff that I worked so hard to get out of the box. Well, it's a little boring. Now this is a lightweight paper I bought a long time ago, like when I first started getting into scrapbook stuff. I wish they still made it. I'd replace that. Oh well. Yeah, who knew scrapbook paper? You know, if you're into buying that, it's like if you see, you know, new sheets you like, you better buy them because they, you know, they get out of stock and that's it. Well, okay. Those were like that. I did think of ribbon. That would be flat enough that I could deal with that. Let's glue this stuff. And I should probably go take the foil off my pie crust. Alright, you know what? Maybe I'll do that. I'll put down these. Pause. Yet again. And then I'll fussy cut those flowers. And take the foil off my pie crust edges. Isn't that thrilling? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. Pie's out of the oven, looks good. I added these little tiny labels that I was making fun of in one of my videos and put the date on. This one, this is why this stuff takes me so long. I went and looked up in my family archives when this man was born, which of course is not right here, you know. And anyway, he was born in 1869. So I don't know, you know, he looks very young there. So I added 16 years to that. It's got to be close. Okay. And I was thinking, since I'm going to name these journals their names, I'll put their names on them. And you know, why not? We know their names, so for posterity's sake. So I thought of stamping on this old book paper. I've got these nicer kind of script, cursive kind of letters. But for like Bernice, that's going to be too big. That's not going to work. So I was thinking, what about like the B, and then the rest of it could be in these smaller letters that I have here. Actually, that's nice. And these letters, I'm not going to try to line up perfectly and all that. And Diane. I don't need the N for anybody else, do I? Don't despair. This is the longest name. It'll go quicker after this. Okay, there's Bernie. Fred. Guess I'll do the same thing. Work the R here. See, when you leave it out, then you lose it. And this D, I know from prior use, it's got a very short, it's not a tail, what do you call it? So I always add, because I think you could almost think it is an A. So there, now there's no mistaking. Okay, Eva. I don't know, yeah, if I want, good Diane. I could use all of these, except they're all uppercase. Let's try a little scrap, because I don't know. And yes, it looks like Eva, but it's not. Her name actually was Evelina, so that's why. Well, it's kind of pretty. They lost me. Look at how small that A is compared to the E and the V. That's bad business. Okay. All right, fine. We'll do that again. Begin again. You know, Diane, you've got a little paper over here. Yeah, that's not correct. All right. Where are we? I don't know. All right. Is this right? No. Okay. I was going to tear these apart, so let's see if I can ruin them by doing that. Alright. I don't know where we want it though. You have to take vintage paper and make it look more vintage. That's pretty ridiculous. That's why these things take so long. Well, that's okay. And I inked every single page in these 3 journals that I'm making, all, you know, one right after another. I did it all at once last night, and I woke up this morning with like a stitch in my side. Diane, you're pathetic. All right. Okay. Well, are they done? I was kind of thinking, oh, did you notice I rounded the corners on Bernice there? I just thought that card could take that. I kind of thought, where was it, Diane? Of maybe adding a little fabric tab thing at the top. Is that? I'm sure it would kind of add. Is it necessary? Do we need to prolong this? Because I have other things to do in my life, unfortunately. Well, she needs something up there. Oh, I added a butterfly to her too there. What? Maybe look at that. Well, that's too much. Well, what about the ribbon? I did bring ribbon up. I thought of that ahead of time. And I've got the lid resting up against my fan, so it's sort of amplifying fan sound. Oh, Diane, your life. Well, that's kind of cool. I mean, just something very different like that, or do we have to stay vintage and neutral? No, we don't. I like the pink. Alright, well, if I'm adding this up here, I don't think I could put a fabric thing up there because it'll pretty much cover that. Maybe fabric on Fred and Bernice. I've got fabric right here somewhere. Right here. I've got everything in my files here. That's another Odd Couple reference. Alright, she gets that. Yeah, when you try to make a journal that's not foo-foo-y, it's kind of hard to find, at least in Diane's stash of stuff, it's hard to find fabric that doesn't have flowers on it. It's a little challenging. Well, that's very plain, but it matches well. Yeah, okay, Eva doesn't get one. We need something for Fred, and then I have to pause because I'm not going to sew on camera. I can't anyway. What about just plain? Okay. Okay, one more pause. I'm going to add these fabric things. I was going to say clean up a little bit. No, actually, I don't have time for that. You're going to have to come back and look at a mess. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm done. And just to prove I'm not full of malarkey. That look good? All right, there's that one. I ran a little bit of zigzag over there to kind of fill in that nothingness area. And this one. And this one. Okay, vintage tags and blueberry pie today. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a nice day out there.